So, I'm here in the Dorrigo National Park. I have just started the Wonga walk from the Rainforest Visitor Center. It is stunning. The weather is cold and wet. It is heavily overcast and it is lightly sprinkling / raining. It is absolutely perfect weather to go look for some waterfalls, which is what this area is famous for. They don't call it Waterfall Way for nothing, but the rainforest in and of itself, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Alright, I am here at what I think is Tristania Falls. I'm just on the catwalk overlooking it, as you can see, and it is beautiful. It is still raining, so I'm absolutely soaked, and I love it. This is life-giving to me. I really enjoy this weather and walking it and just being part of it. I love it. But beside the point, I'm here at Tristania Falls in Dorrigo. I've set up on the catwalk here. As you can see, I'm pointing the camera a little bit off because my plan is to actually do a panorama, a three-shot vertical panorama, going across like that. Just kind of get the middle of the falls. I want a little bit more of the detail than the entire falls. The entire falls are gorgeous. But I just want to get a little bit closer instead. So let's set this up, see how we go. It might turn out great or it might not, who knows? Let's find out. So I've come a little bit further towards the end of the catwalk, because what I'm trying to do now is get the entire falls in one shot. My settings are f11 and it's a ½ exposure, but I'm doing 3 of them combined into one to try and get that silky smooth water, because I'm not using any filters or circular polarizer for this. And I'll probably up the exposure, up the shutter speed, because if you look up there, that white water is going to be very blown out, very highlighty, and I don't know if I'll be able to manage that without having a filter in place. So I'm just going to see what I can extract with what I have. Oops, I moved. I shouldn't have moved. That's annoying. I don't even think it took a photo. I pushed the shutter button. Hey, son of a... the camera was off. One photo. 2 photos. 3 photos. Oh yeah. I'm happy with that. I have moved off the catwalk up to another little viewing platform here. A couple of people are coming along, so it's getting very bouncy, and I think I got the shot that I was looking for down there. So now I've just moved from there, which you can just see through the trees, to this little viewing place where through the trees you can just see the waterfall. So again, I'm going to be fully extended at about 70 mil for this. Because I really like that intimate scene. Hang on. That kind of like intimate scene here. It's all blown out, but you can just see like the striations of the rock, the water flowing down, and you also contrast with like the green ferns just here. I'm going to probably lower it a little bit just to get a little bit more of the fall on the rock here, but I think this is going to be a really beautiful composition. And you'll probably see it now. It's been really nice. There are probably a few other compositions that I could do, but I'm conscious of it being super slippery with all the rain and the slippery rock, so I don't want to take a tumble and fall down the waterfall. That would be very uncomfortable and probably hurt a lot. So I'm going to pack up from here, and then the next stop is Crystal Falls, and hopefully I'll get some good shots from there. This could end up being quite a long video. Alright, onwards and upwards we go. And I mean that quite literally, because I think the trail is uphill from here. It's just absolutely stunning out here. This rainforest is just gorgeous. I have no other way to describe it. There are so many superlatives I could use, but at the moment it is just perfection. Like, I'll show you in a second, but you just hear the sound of the rain falling through the trees, the occasional bird song, and you know, then you have this beautiful mist on this pathway. It is so atmospheric, and you're surrounded by these giants, you know, these giant trees that have been here for millennia even. Like, it's just unbelievably beautiful. For it, but look at that. I am at Crystal Falls, and you can see it right there. Though now my battery on the GoPro is dying, so I don't know how much of this I'll be able to capture. But I'm just going to do a little bit of an explore and see what I can find, what compositions I can find. And if I don't have any other video, it's because the battery died. Note to self, always keep charged batteries in the pack. Rookie error. But hopefully I'll be able to get something either from down here behind the falls there, or even up there on the suspension bridge where those people are. Let's go explore. So I wasn't really feeling it behind the falls. There were some comps, but I took a few photos. I'm just not sure about them. So now I've come up onto the catwalk. I was just in that little area there, and also just by that tree there. But I've come up onto the catwalk to try and capture this in all its glory from above. I'll probably do what I did down at Tristania, which is like do an intimate close-up and maybe a panorama as well. I'm obviously not in Dorrigo anymore. In fact, I've made it home, I've edited the photos, and I'm putting together this video right now. But my GoPro ran out during my last piece to camera on the catwalk at Crystal Falls, and so I couldn't actually do my last kind of thoughts on the day that I'd experienced. So I had such a great time exploring the Wonga Walk. I loved the conditions. I loved being in that rainforest. I loved being drenched in rain, soaked and saturated all the way through. I was so wet at the end of that day that none of my camera gear was working properly. There was water and humidity. I couldn't turn the camera on properly, and when I did go on, I couldn't focus it. I couldn't take photos with it. I had to dry everything out for ages afterwards. But that day gave me so much joy and so much life. It was life affirming for me. It really kind of showed me just how much I love photography, landscape photography, getting out and exploring and getting dirty and wet and just being at the mercy of the elements in that way, and capturing shots that you're happy with to create these photos that you love as a way of expressing or symbolizing what you experienced on that day. And I just want to share that with you. It was probably one of the greatest days I've had this year. 2020 has been a bit of a hard year, we all know that, but it was one of my favorite days of the holiday as well, because I was in those elements. I was in my element, and I look forward to bringing you more of these experiences over the next little while. I don't quite know when or where or why. Well, actually, I do know the why. The why is because I love it. So I just wanted to say that I enjoyed that day so much, and I would wholeheartedly recommend anyone going to Dorrigo and experiencing that for themselves. And so now I'm just going to finish off with the last photo that I took at Crystal Falls, and I hope you like it. So until next time.